Jai Shri Ram. Zulu proverbs. Zulu people are an ethnic group native to South Africa. Zulu people are the largest ethnic group and nation in South Africa, about 12 million people. So, Zulu people, I'm a Zulu. Okay, now I've collected some Zulu proverbs. The first one, you cannot eat almost. Interesting, isn't it? Now I leave it to you to mull on them. See, every culture is conveyed in the best way possible in its proverbs. So when you look at the proverbs, you will understand the culture, and this will also improve your speech. You can use these proverbs to pep up your speech. Even an ant can hurt an elephant. That's true. బలవంతుడ నాకేమని పలువురతో నిగ్రహించి పలుకుటమేలా బలవంతమైన సర్పము చలిచీమల చేత చిక్కి చావదే సుమతి. సో దట్ ఈస్ ఎ తెలుగు సుమతి శతకం. Do not be arrogant. Don't waste your time in arrogance and bravado. Don't do that. Work towards some great objective which can uplift mankind, and that's, I think, the best way to live your life. Next, darkness conceals the hippopotamus. The elephant in the room. So darkness conceals the hippopotamus. I think here darkness actually we understand what is being said, but in an implied way, ignorance conceals the truth. Foolish people believing in stupid religions which teach you lechery, butchery, treachery, and indoctrinate your mind with dangerous dogmas and absurdities. As a result, the world is still suffering. People are committing atrocities all in the name of religion. So darkness conceals the hippopotamus. Ignorance conceals the evil. You must, as a grown-up human being, read the holy books of at least the major religions, and then you will understand why only Bhagavad Gita and Sanatan Dharma can save the world, save the humanity. Because Bhagavad Gita, which is the essence of the Vedas, does not preach violence. It does not tell you to proselytize or exploit or kill the infidel. Unfortunately, all other religions are saying that. So, darkness conceals the hippopotamus. So, this is political correctness, isn't it? Political correctness conceals the truth. Lovely proverb. Death has no modesty. That's a good one. No dew ever competed with the sun. That's true. That means untruth and falsehood will disappear once the truth blazes on them. Okay. Do not leave your host's house throwing mud in his well. Okay. You arrive, Mr. Big Shot, but leave Mr. Nobody. That's a good one. You arrive, Mr. Big Shot, but leave Mr. Nobody. So remember, life is a long lesson in humility, and people will forget us within a couple of days after we die. Even great people are forgotten promptly. So do not bother too much about what people are thinking. Just live up to your own values and do something worthwhile. Don't expect any credit. Don't seek honor. Just keep on going. That's the best way to be. You arrive, Mr. Big Shot, but leave Mr. Nobody. Blessed are those who can please themselves. I love this. Blessed are those who can please themselves. Follow the customs or flee the country. That's true. Otherwise you can't survive, and you should not. You should not, offend people. Why should you? There are so many people who don't want to integrate. Look at Europe, what's happening there. Okay? Do not call to a dog with a whip in your hand. A fault confessed is half redressed. A fault confessed is half redressed. The most beautiful fig may contain a worm. మేడి పండు చూడ మేలిమయ్యుండు పొట్ట విప్పి చూడు పురుగులుండు పిరికివాని మదిని బింకమీలాగురా విశ్వదాభిరామ వినురవేమ. The most beautiful fig may contain a worm. All that glitters is not gold. He who hates, hates himself. Wow! That is the greatest Zulu proverb. I can never forget this. Please make a motto. Please make a poster. Hang this motto on the wall. He who hates, hates himself. Wonderful. You know what this means? Because you are there in everyone else. It is the same Atma, the Jivatma, the Paramatma. If you can see Krishna and Rama in everyone, how can you hate anyone? Of course, if a snake or a scorpion wants to bite, you have to fight. Because that is the Leela. You have to play your role. But no hatred. There's no need for any hatred. A pathological liar, a psychopath will commit crimes. He needs help. He should be put in a jail. You can't allow such a fellow to freely roam around in society. But that is love actually. Don't hate. No hate, please. He who hates, hates himself. Wow, I can talk on this for hours together. And in fact, relate the whole of the Bhagavad Gita itself on the basis of this one small, short, lovely, sublime, philosophical, deeply spiritual Zulu proverb. He who hates, hates himself. Love thy neighbor, said Christ, right? Love thy neighbor means all human beings. In fact, all animals too. Thou shalt not kill means thou shalt not kill. That means you should be a vegetarian. Don't start slitting the necks of innocent animals by distorting the meaning of thou shalt not kill. It's a simple statement. Thou shalt not kill. It does not mean thou shalt kill. Okay. Next, a horse has four legs, yet it often falls. Okay. Then what next? The rich are always complaining. That's a good one. The rich are always complaining. So true, isn't it? The poor are busy working hard to make both ends meet, and they have their simple pleasures. They laugh a lot. They may drink a little. Yeah, unfortunately, in our country, this raunch culture and drinking has become a menace because the governments are not able to curb it. So there is no Gita knowledge being spread. And anyway, the rich are always complaining. Do not talk about a rhinoceros if there is no tree nearby. That's a deeply spiritual, very practical one. Do not talk about a rhinoceros if there is no tree nearby. This is, I think, a message to Hindus. If we openly express our opinions about other religions, we will be booked. IPC 295A, 153A. There is no one to save us. It is only a token, they say freedom of speech and all that. The others have a freedom of speech. They can abuse that freedom of speech and abuse Hinduism every day. Make movies also which ridicule, humiliate us. But Hindu cannot. Because there is no tree nearby. Do not talk about a rhinoceros if there is no tree nearby. You cannot cross a river without getting wet. That's another deeply spiritual, practical one. You cannot cross a river without getting wet. Right? There is so much corruption. So, if you want to reform the system, you have no other option but to be corrupt yourself. So, if you don't loot, the others will loot. So, better we loot. And we loot because we have a dharmic purpose in our mind. You cannot cross a river without getting wet. And finally, this world is a harsh place. This world is a harsh place. This world. Because Krishna also says, Dukkhalayam ashashvatam. Mamupitya punarjanma dukkhalayam ashashvatam. Krishna describes this world as Dukkhalayam ashashvatam. And then he also says, Anityam asukham lokam imam prapya bhajasvamam. Anityam asukham lokam. This is temporary and it is actually full of sorrow. So be careful. That doesn't mean that you become a sarpas, killjoy, wet blanket and extremely pessimistic, cynical. No, don't become like that. There are difficulties, but then you have to fight. This world is a harsh place, this world. Lovely Zulu proverbs. He who hates, hates himself. That's the best. Jai Shri Ram.